in the third. Conley getting him into Gasol and saved nicely by Chris Paul. So now you'll see Rudy Gay guarded by Nick Young when the Grizzlies have the ball, and a three-point shot missed by Mo Williams. Loose ball. And the Grizz again.
Every big guy, meet him in the paint, don't let him just go down and get position. That's what Nick Young did. He has to use all the force that he has because he's undersized against checking to Rudy Gay, and you'd rather have that than him to give up positioning down there that deep in the post.
Now Kenyon Martin is in, and now they got Kenyon Martin trying to nullify Marc Gasol. Not an easy task.
And he's undersized as well, definitely.
Gay guarded by Young. They get it into Gasol, and Martin gets a hand on the ball. Ball on Conley, 5 on the shot clock. It's running down. Spates hits as the shot clock wore down. Spates with 8 points off the bench. And the Grizzlies matching their biggest lead. Each team has had a 7-point lead, and Blake Griffin comes right back to knock it down to 5. Griffin with 15.
That simple move is the best move I may have seen Blake do in this whole series so far. Go to the unexpected left and finish strong.
And no basket. There's a foul before Spates put it through.
And this is what I mean. We all know everybody's tendencies. We're all creatures of habit. But right here, he says, no, I'm not going to spin. I'm going to the left. You don't expect me to go middle, but I see middle. You have no help there, and you can't check me by yourself.
Chris Paul committing the foul and penalty time for the Clippers. There's Griffin, who has 3 rebounds tonight. And here is Conley. Now 3 for 3. What do you got there now, Mr. Weber?
Falling Skies, TNT this June. The end is just the beginning. From TNT and DreamWorks Television, Falling Skies. Don't miss the 2-hour season premiere Sunday, June 17th at 9/8 Central, only on TNT. For the latest on the new season, like us on Facebook.
When you started Michigan, did you ever think you'd be reading promos on television?
No, but I know my mom's glad she taught me to read now.
That's great. 3-point basket by Nick Young. So there he is again. Nick Young with his second 3 of the game, cutting the lead to 4.
There's that man again. You have to be careful. He finds his spots and he stays wide open.
Grizzlies still have not hit a 3 in this game. Low pass and Gay handled it. 6 on the shot clock. Rudy Gay. What a game for Gay. 7 of 10 from the field and 16 points, and he has now hit 7 in a row.
Love it. He's finding his rhythm. He's not rushing. He's shooting comfortably, playing his game and being aggressive.
Paul and Conley banging inside. And there is Blake Griffin, who's fouled. I think the crowd boos every time Blake Griffin goes inside for whatever.
No matter what, they're going to boo him.
Foul is on Spates.
And once again, Rudy Gay came in a little.
A lane violation against the Grizzlies, and Griffin will get another chance. Clippers are shooting 58%, but they trail by 6 because of the domination of the boards by the Grizzlies. They have a 12-rebound edge in that department, and with the extra free throw try, Griffin makes it. And it's now a 5-point game. Grizzlies dominating the offensive glass and second chance points here in game 2 of this best of 7. The series shifts to the Staples Center for games 3 and 4. And there's Kenyon Martin out to harass Gay, and with time running out, Gay has to fire from just inside midcourt.
When you try to run passing game or go through Gasol like the Grizzlies just did, everyone has to have energy. Cutters have to cut. You cannot stand stagnant, and that time everyone stayed stagnant, and they were allowed to deny.
Paul with 3. Chris Paul with his third 3 of the game. And now it's a 2-point affair as we wind down to 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Meanwhile, Chris Paul perfect from 3-point land, 3 for 3. Clippers have hit 5 of 8. And the Grizzlies, who had 11 in the first game, have come up empty so far. Here's O.J. Mayo. And they're still empty. 0 for 6 now from three-point territory.
Nick Young got beat up when he was kind of in there wrestling with the big guys, but now that he's in the shooting position, I think he's okay.
Careless pass by Paul, another turnover. 3-on-2. And driving in is O.J. Mayo. Mayo with 10.
No call there by the official. Felt that it wasn't enough to call a charge or a block right there, and sometimes you just got to let them play.
All three of the Grizzlies guards have 10 points. Allen, Conley, and Mayo. Gabe with 16 is their high scorer. And Paul has 23 to lead the Clippers. 1 minute remaining in the third. Clippers came within 2 on Paul's three-pointer, but it's been Memphis. And now 0 for 8 are the Grizz from three-point territory. And Paul dribbles in. And a foul. Offensive foul is called against Martin.
Like this play. They're lucky that it was called because Blake Griffin right there had whatever he wanted on that dunk. I think they're going to see this play a little bit later. It's a double screen with Kenyon Martin and Griffin when they're in the game together, or maybe even Griffin and Jordan. With that second guy going right to the lane wide open, we'll probably see that play again.
16 turnovers for the Clippers. They had 18 in the first game. Gasol gets it in to Rudy Gay, and it drops. Rudy Gay now has hit 8 out of 9. And it's a 6-point game, and now the Clippers are playing for the last shot of the third.
And defensively, those kids out here watching. Watch Chris Paul on defense, too. He's fighting over all pick and rolls just like he did the last play.
Paul double team. Nick Young, time runs out, no. Time had run out before the shot, and now Martin.
Looks like O.J. Mayo there and Chris Paul had a little more to say to each other, even though time expired. Well, now it looks like now it looks like Allen wants to get involved too.
Allen has been on the bench, wants to get involved. Here we go.
Right here you see, really good defense by Mayo, being physical with him. Rudy Gay comes over.
Trying to see if there was a hostile act and a double technical for O.J. Mayo and Kenyon Martin. And nothing has been called there.
You see Mayo still pleading his case with the referees. And
Grizzlies shooting 49% and the Clippers at 57%. But a 10-rebound edge for Memphis. And they outscored the Clippers 16-7 off of turnovers.
And as I said from the beginning of this series, whoever wins the war in the paint, rebounds, inside scoring, paint scoring, will have a better chance to win this game because you have two very athletic teams.
You said that at the outset before the first game, and the foul was called against Evans. Boy, Evans delivered big time with 13 rebounds. Coming off the bench, a lot of physical play, good defense, exhorting his team on for the comeback.
He did bring his team on, and you know, one of the things is I read some quotes in the paper today. He said the best thing about himself, and I agree, is that he knows his role. He knows his limitations, and therefore works on the things he can do great.
O.J. Mayo. And Evans getting the rebound, and they're going to call the foul on Gasol. So Marc Gasol with his third personal foul. Each team has committed a foul, and we haven't even played a minute of this fourth quarter. See, Webb?
They wanted to get back to being physical even during the break intermission. So it's definitely guys really excited right now and expect Chris Paul to stay aggressive.
Pondexter is guarding Paul, good defensive player. Kenyon Martin going back to Mo Williams. Williams throws it away. Very sloppy sequence for the Clippers. 17 turnovers now. And Spates driving in foul.
You gotta love Chris Paul. Chris Paul tried to block the shot. like he was Matumbo or Dwight Howard or Defensive Player of the Year Tyson Chandler. Just look at the extra. Go ahead, little fella. Go ahead and try to block the shot. But the #1 rule, do not let them make the shot and give them the foul.
I thought you said little guys were pests.
Yeah, they are. That's what I'm saying. He's pestering the big guy right there. Just let the guy make the shot. No.
So Paul committing his second foul, second team foul. As States hitting the free throw. He has scored 9 points on 4 for 5 shooting, and Blake Griffin coming back into the game for the Clippers.
Wow, we're going to see a unique lineup here. We got 3 big guys, those guys being Reggie Evans, Griffin, and Martin, with just the 2-guard rotation in Williams and Bledsoe. So they're not going to get much scoring from their big guys unless it's Griffin. The 2 guards expect those guys to work and try to get open for everyone. Memphis
has connected on 17 of 18 from the line and lead by 8. It's their biggest lead of the game. And great defense, but coming back outside of the Clippers with another try. Mo Williams guarded by Pondexter. Now Gabe picks him up on the switch. They have Pondexter.
I know how he just has the luxury of being able to insert so many different type of players into his system. And right now, you can see that he's doing that with 3 big men.
And there is Evans knocking the ball away from Gay out of bounds. It'll be Clippers ball. Good hustle by Evans. So they have a lot of interchangeable parts that work for Vinny.
They really do. And actually, this is a lineup I didn't expect to see, but I actually like it because you're making Rudy Gay have to check an offensive rebounder. But Griffin, Evans, and Martin, I've never seen them play together before.
Sager has more.
Well, obviously, you said Reggie Evans knows his role, as we see a basket right there by Mo Williams. In that Sunday comeback, he was sitting on the bench next to Blake Griffin, who was playing his first playoff game. Blake was loosening his tennis shoes, and Reggie goes, "No, son, this may be your first playoff game, but this game is far from over. You tighten those things up, and we're going to win the game." Dick?
Evans knows his role, Craig. Williams back-to-back baskets, and it's a 4. Gives the Grizzlies a 7-point lead. All they needed was 1, and it comes at a great time.
It does come at a great time. And you like O.J. Mayo, and I keep using his phrase, but he's being aggressive, meaning you take the game to the other team. Don't wait for the game to come to you.
There's Blake Griffin working his way in. And they're going to call Zach Randolph with his 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul on the Grizz. Clippers have committed 3. Well, this is a game the Grizzlies have to have. I mean, first of all, they had won 11 in a row before they lost game 1. And there's Bledsoe, and he got too far under the basket for the layup.
Right, and like you said about Memphis, it's a game that they definitely want. Can you imagine L.A.? As you see Mayo hit right there, how loud it is now. Can you imagine L.A. and the Clippers?
Biggest lead of the game, 9. And O.J. Mayo wants to go back to Los Angeles, where he started USC with a 1-1 score in the series. Blake Griffin, wow.
And the fans of L.A. say, come on home, team. 2-0, 1-1, but we want to see some of that. We deserve it. We've been waiting too long.
The dunk master makes it a 7-point game. 3.5 gone by here in the 4th quarter. Conley, stop and go. Here's Spates. Not to be